Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Sports and some very interesting news in the rugby world. Mack Hasen is set for a disciplinary hearing regarding his explosive rant towards the referee in the Connacht versus Leinster match that happened in December. It's gone quite viral, actually, the whole sort of clip and his comments and the likes of that regarding, what he said about the referee, where he basically accused referees of being biased towards other teams, like Leinster and the likes. And he didn't pull his punches at all. And a lot of people sitting there saying, well, Rusty Russell's got into a lot of trouble, got a year ban after he sort of went after a referee. So what is going to happen to Mack Hasen? And we hadn't heard about anything happening. And now we have had confirmation that he will be having a disciplinary hearing on Wednesday. And it'll be very interesting to see what the outcome is, because they kind of made a bit of a statement, really, and it's quite a big precedent. Kind of made an example of Rassie Erasmus when they implemented that year-long ban. And that was very much sort of World Rugby coming out and saying, you can't come after match officials, you can't sort of question their integrity and the likes of that. And Mack Hasen has done that very, very blatantly. I mean, some of the comments, for example, were the following. He said, I feel we get this every week. We never get any calls ever. I've been feeling this for years now. So, basically almost sort of insinuating that they, almost playing against 16 men type of thing. And he will appear in front of a URC disciplinary hearing. So it's not a World Rugby thing. It's a URC disciplinary hearing because it wasn't a URC match. And under the disciplinary guide, law 3.3.13, it states that foul play can include statements that are unsporting and or insulting. So that's obviously sort of where they will be taking sort of action. So, yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'd be very surprised if he gets away without a ban. To come out and basically very blatantly say the referees are biased and that they're not giving calls to Connacht and the likes is without a doubt questioning the integrity of referees and the attitudes of referees. So whether he's right or wrong is kind of beside the point, isn't it? In terms of when they have the hearing, because no institution like the URC is going to come out and say, we understand actually, and we agree because we think the referee was really, really poor. They are going to always back their referees and they're going to back the referee decisions and the likes of that. Now, I do think the standard of refereeing at the moment is in a very tricky place. And I don't think it's entirely the referee's fault, to be honest. I think that there's so many law changes, literally even now in January, we've got, I think, 4 law changes coming into effect this coming weekend. So the law is always consistently changing all the time. And there is so much ambiguity within exactly what is the sort of standards of certain laws, what's the application, what's the interpretation, and the like. And I think that it's created such a difficult, I think the game is more difficult than ever to officiate. We've got more technology, which has somewhat complicated some of the things in terms of when you can get involved, when you can't get involved as the TMO, what the TMO powers are, and the likes. So it's a very muddy time at the moment for officiating. But the main thing is that Mack Hasen has come out and gone on for about a minute and a bit about how poor the refs are and how they are biased against them and how it's not fair. So, it was probably one of the most explosive rants we've seen towards a referee in a long, long time, where it was no ambiguity. There's no sort of like him implying, it was him saying, no, it was nonsense, basically. And, it's just, it's ridiculous. So we have to wait to see exactly what's going to happen. I'll be very surprised to see if he does escape a sort of ban. It'll be interesting to see whether that will impact, for example, the Six Nations, eligibility for selection, and if he does get a ban, what does that extend to? Can he, does the ban going to be a URC ban, for example? Will it then be a EPCR ban as well? Will it also extend to internationals? Or will he get away scot-free? And I think, there'll be a lot of people being very frustrated if he doesn't get punished because of what happened to Rassie Erasmus and the likes, and what's happened to other people in the past. So very, very big moment in the rugby world in terms of trying to set that precedent once again to understand where we are in the situation. Now, as I said, the fact that he might be right, for example, whether he is irrelevant because, no referee, I don't think, is going out there to try and cheat Connacht out of the game, for example. And, whether it's a conscious or subconscious thing in terms of referees, maybe suddenly always sort of favouring the better team has often been the case. You've looked at it over the years, the dominant teams often get the calls because they're dominant, and even on a subconscious level, sometimes referees sort of seemingly giving more calls their way. But it's something that needs to be addressed. So obviously he's brought the whole refereeing thing to the fore. So he might be sitting there saying, well, you know what? At the end of the day, I'll take a ban, but this will mean that referees will be reviewed and the likes and will be better for it. Great. But there still has to be some sort of punishment. Let me know what you think his punishment will be down in the comments below. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steve, and I'll chat to you soon.